welcome back to another episode of Power Rangers Lore, guys. We are here to talk about something different there, not just a lore episode talking about all the obscure characters out there as well as the Rangers themselves, but instead we're going to talk about something that just came out. And this is special because you can see me directly staring at the camera once again after all this time, and I'll be talking to you. I know you guys have been looking at my shorts. I'm doing stuff there now too, gonna do some random facts here and there, but today is a great discussion we're gonna have about Power Rangers Prime, issue number 1. If you guys have not read it, don't want to be spoiled for anything, please leave the video right now, come back, read the book, and then come back and we'll talk about this whole entire what's going on here, because there is a lot to talk about in this thing. So, fair warning, if you're still here, congratulations. I hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't, and you just want to be like, oh, what's his opinion on stuff, let's go. So, today, 11/13 was the issue drop for Power Rangers Prime number 1, and it has a lot of storyline I love so far. I have read the whole way through, and I am really interested, especially for the first panel itself. So this one is basically starting out a completely different storyline from the last one. The last one kind of was continuity close enough. This one is throwing off its own universe right here, guys. The Altarians have come to Earth in 1954 and have planted their flag there to help them against some alien threat that had tried to invade. And they fought them off with the Rangers. There was an alliance there working with the Samurai Rangers at the time. Now, why the Samurai? Because as far as we know of, guys, they are the only generational Power Rangers since, well, the Shogun era of, well, I don't know, like the 1400s. We don't exactly know an exact date when the Rangers started for Samurai, but we know they were generational, and for 16 or so generations they had been continuing going on there. So let's just assume they've been going on for a while. The Altarians worked with the Rangers of the Go-Go Samurai at the time, and eventually would turn upon the Rangers, seeing them as more of a renegade force or vigilante force, and as they have colonized Earth. Now, that doesn't sound good on any level, using Earth as a refugee planet for other humanoid races and kind of have their own opinion on things. It's not really a good sign. The whole thing starts out like, what if good won, and like, how far are they going to push it? Like, how far is the law, and how far is, we know where evil is. Evil always turns upon itself, but good, too much good can also be a bad thing. Too much obstruction, and you're just buying it in there. And we get these interesting characters. The first character, the first scene actually, is, if you look at it, it's a character that didn't really catch my imagery at all. I didn't know what was going on here. It just shows someone with their hands in paint and just swirling it around like there. And you're like, oh, it's all the different color of the Rangers. And I'm like, okay, that's interesting here. And then it kind of just shows like the Morphing Masters a little bit. And you're like, okay, interesting. And then that's kind of it. It goes to the next scene. And the next scene is, I'm not putting it up here because of copyright issues, but the next scene, if you guys see this, if you check it out, is someone being attacked. A woman's running. And you really quickly find out that, well, it's Lauren. It's Lauren from this Sheba from Power Rangers, Go-Go Power Rangers Samurai. Sorry, and you quickly realize she's trying to samurai and fight back, and the Altarian forces there are basically putting a stop to her, trying to almost nearly kill her. She's shot with an arrow, and that seems more like a Ranger thing, but she's shot with an arrow by their special forces, and she's forced to hide out. Now, the next character she meets up with is another humanoid character. He is not fully human. I thought it was weird because he's got little lines here when you see in the book. We'll have more details. I haven't had to take the time and like pull this whole part of there going on. But you can quickly find out that he's not human. He's half human, half Altarian. So there is some interbreeding, crossbreeding going on there. They're not being fully accepted because, there is always a racial tension, especially between an actual alien race and a human race. So there's all going on there. Now he's questioned, and they all go. The cops are like, "Have you seen somebody?" He's like, "No, I just came out here. I'm cold. I'm in my boxers. I just came to throw out some trash. I didn't see anybody." And they leave him. But in truth, he's hiding somebody. Now someone else is watching him down, and goes, "There's somebody there," but they don't say anything. They don't say this anything. And you quickly realize that this person is, just watching, but doesn't say anything either to the cops. So that's interesting. It goes into more lore accuracy. But apparently that there's Angel Grove University, which is more advanced and shows Earth in part of this collective going on here, guys. And it's interesting. It kind of gives you a vibe. It also says like, oh, basically it's setting the mood. Like, oh, Eltarians coming to Earth is a good thing. And then the one kid's like, it's not really a good thing. Yeah, basically it's how it goes there. It's like, okay, what's this thing? Like, okay, here's the question. Tell me, both of you, is Earth better off? Are you? And one goes, absolutely. And one goes, absolutely not. So, yeah, that's kind of the way it's set there. It's a little past there when they came out. And then it starts introducing some other characters. You don't know. They have June. We have Valentina. You don't know. But let's just say one has a yellow headband kind of setting up there. Might be the Yellow Ranger eventually. Or it could be just throwing you off entirely, setting you up for failure. The other one, I don't know. He's got a blue sash, but all the guys have blue sashes. He could be something else. He's got a red. He gets a red blanket, but I don't think he's going to be the Red Ranger, because if you look on the cover here, guys, that is clearly a woman there in the screen, and I think that's going to be Lauren eventually. So that'd be interesting there. But so they're like just at the academy working out, doing their little gym training. But it's saying that these other characters, they don't get name dropped. You see the other guy who was like watching here and there. His name is, I believe it's Orion, but I don't know for certain. Let me check to make sure. I have to go back. No, Orion is someone else. Sorry, Orion is somebody else. This is another Altarian. Oh, it's June. Sorry, June. I don't know. He seems like he might be the Blue Ranger. I don't know, but we will see as time goes on. There's some camaraderie and relationships. Two of them are human. One of them is fully Altarian, and then basically showing all this different confidence and this whole things. Now the big drop here, guys, is VR Troopers. Yes, there are no Power Rangers for the Altarians working out, but it's VR Troopers, and I'm gonna call it right now. I want to show this picture of you, but check it out, guys. It's VR Troopers. They literally said, let's move VR Troopers. So first crossover, truly, since in this new media, that the Altarians are the ones who created this, and they are coming to do battle against the Rangers eventually. Now, there is a flashback that's going to happen here soon, the next few links, when Lauren's talking about different things. And in this flashback, she says how her father was killed when the Altarians kind of started taking over, and she's been on the run since, and her brother was taken. Calling it right now, 100% right now, the red VR Trooper guy is going to be Jaden. Jaden Shiva is going to be one of the VR Troopers. I think it's probably the best play. It'd be a little plot twist. If I'm right, man, they should put me on writing things. I'm pretty good at guessing this, but it is a cliche type of thing to do. But Lauren is messed up. She's all hurt there. The troopers are still looking for her, and all this is going down. Guys, it gets more background story. The one kid almost gets in trouble again by the police because he's like, you're hiding this person. And then June shows up. He's like, he's not hiding him. He's with me. I know him. So, that's just the way it is. And they finally said, okay, that's fine. You're covered. Mainly because he's fully Altarian and not a half-breed, essentially. So it's a little bit going on there. Now, they put a little time reference there, and it says that feudal Japan. So we know feudal, but we don't know when the Go-Go Rangers officially started, but they're just saying a time period feudal Japan to be generic. Things kind of changed around. They basically start talking about how they've been protecting everybody, and then the Altarians come up in 1954 and battle against these forces of darkness, and then something changed when, they kind of took over the entire planet. Now, the only difference is if you go back closer to the front of the page there is someone who looks very familiar, who's shaking hands with the president and the Aquarians from the Power Rangers, Alien Rangers there. So you might see Alien Rangers because they do show one behind the president, but the main guy is the same guy who betrayed Zed and Zordon back in the day. Now we have yet to see Zordon at all, and if they showed in 1954, that means no other generation of Power Rangers has been coming out yet. So the time change right there is huge. Just think about that. 1990s is when the Mighty Morphin started, and all because of that, most of the other generations of Power Rangers were inspired by them. Most of them didn't have this long generation of Power Rangers. Wild Force did and didn't at the same time. They had Special Warriors, but they never really morphed that you saw on screen. That was more recent, so I don't know exactly what was the cause of that. But Go-Go Samurai Rangers are, well, definitely a thing. And encapsulated in history at different levels. Now, the end of the book is probably the big thing, because it shows something exploding and coming to Earth like a comet. And at the end of it is, right then and there, it's revealed that it's a space dumpster. And out of it pops out Rita. But now here's the big thing. You know how I mentioned that there was someone painting with their fingers all the different colors? Well, the first thing they step out, it's Rita with her hands all different colors, like she'd been painting on the inside of her walls. Like she knows something, and she steps out, and her first thing is interesting, a brand new world. So after so many years, I'm free. Now, that's how it ends, and it's beautiful. And Rita is sexy in this. I don't know, like I want to show you what she looks like, but she is sexy, guys. I'm like, yow. Yeah. So that's kind of how it ends, and that's the whole book. I think it's actually absolutely interesting. They put a different time period in there, and they changed just by the arrival of the Altarians on 1954, changes the entire setup of Earth. It's been advanced. They can explain all these different things, and it's completely changed the entire future of Power Rangers. Now, we got Lauren as our leader here, as far as I can tell. She seems to be the Red Ranger 2B, but the other ones, I don't know. We got June. We have Valentina. We have. I have to go through all these characters' names really quick. Another person named Orion. Now, that Orion might be the same Orion from... I believe it's the same Orion from the... Let's see here. Checking here right now. Oh, there's Mark and Orion. Mark is the one who found her and almost got like beat up by the cops. And there's June. And then who is this? What is this Orion's name? It just shows Orion. And I want to say Orion is the same Orion from Megaforce. Now, check that out. I'm trying to figure out the last name here, guys. But they're not really telling me too much here. June, though, is not also agreeing with what's exactly going on here, guys. You can tell that he didn't immediately sell out the one guy. So that's interesting there. I'm sorry, I'm like pre-med. Mark has all the fits of Ninja Turtles of a skateboard, so Reptile's best. Okay. I don't know. They're not giving me... Okay, so he's saying he's not... He looks human, but he's not human. He is Andersonian? So, I don't know. If that's Orion's race, feel free to check it out. Let me know. Because I'm not going to look this up right this second. Actually, I can. Let me do this, because I'm recording this, and I can do both at the same time. So, Power Rangers Orion. Oh, that's him. Okay, that is him. That is the Super Mega Force Silver Ranger. See, I was good. I guessed right, guys. So he is there, and he is the roommate of the guy, of Mark, who is the one who pulled Lauren out of the dumpster, which is ironic that they both series start with a dumpster scene and a woman popping out of it. So, but Lauren didn't say after 10,000 years she's free. It's time to conquer Earth. And neither did Rita. Now, that's why I want to say this is going to be different, because we don't see Zordon yet. He's not, there's no, as far as we're aware, he may or may not have been sealed away. We don't know exactly what's going on. He could be fine entirely, or he could be just buried underneath ground and the Elotarians are covering his butt, or he's just not alive at all, and the other guy succeeded in killing him, taking over. The only thing I can tell you might be different is I think, this is huge speculation, guys, huge speculation, take this with a grain of salt. I think, preferencing this, Rita is going to be the new Zordon. She's going to be the de facto leader. Now let's count how many we've seen here, guys. We've got Lauren, Mark, June, Valentina. Let's see, what's this little person's name? That person, Ryan. So Lauren, Valentina, June, Mark, Ryan, and none other than our boy Orion. Wait, is that Orion or Ryan? Are they the same person? I don't know. They look similar. Let me check here back and forth. No, they have different hair. Okay, yeah, one's blonde, one's more brunette, darker blonde. Um, but I could be wrong about that. But one's called Ryan and one's called Orion. So completely spelled differently. But that's how it matters. But that's 6 people. She could be the essentially the Zordon character, or she could be more. Like on her hands, you can see she's got pink, red, yellow, blue, and green. So there's 5 colors there she was painting with the entire time in her space nubs are drawing on the walls, which is the first scene possible. So the first scene and the last scene are all connected. I don't know exactly what this all means, but they do show 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different Rangers there, guys. There is, in the background, she's drawn, looks like a yellow, a violet or a purple one, a green, or red is more prominent. You can see the armor and everything detailed in there. Then you see a cyan color and a pink one. So take that what you will. That could be the colors we're seeing here. I don't know. But I'm highly going to say Mark and June are definitely going to be Rangers. Valentina and Ryan possibly. Orion, he's already been a Ranger in the past, and bringing him back and giving him more storyline, even better. Because I believe Orion in the other one was like he was a miner that saved somebody. I don't remember the full story for him, but yeah, there's a lot to be going off there, guys. And I don't know. So far, I have high hopes. It's set up a lot of things. They put in VR Troopers. The next thing I need them to drop is, well, I don't know, Big Bad Beetleborgs. I don't know. Like, what would you expect there? But go read this book, guys. Let me know if I missed anything in the like. There are a few other characters here and there that looked up in the sky at the same time, but they could have been physical things there. But let me know. Like, this video's been going long enough. I liked it a lot. This book had me hyped because as soon as the first page opened, I was like, okay, interesting. The painting there. I kind of ignored it. And the second one, I'm like, ooh, what's going on? And yeah, like, all of a sudden I just see within the third panel is like Go Go Samurai, and I'm like, Lauren? My girl Lauren's back? Her father's been murdered again? He's constantly being murdered? Every series, he cannot go without being killed, apparently, guys. That makes it interesting. Do you guys think Decker's going to be here? I don't know, we could see. With the Samurai More theme song, I believe that giving Lauren her own due, and I'm super excited. I'm a big fanboy for Lauren, and now this Hot Rita. I'm going to be, like, intrigued like crazy, guys. So, let me know what you guys think. Go check out this. This is Power Rangers Prime #1. There is other variants and stuff that you can find in your local comic book stores in your areas. Check it out, guys. The more you buy, the more storylines that they are proving to go on there. And there are spoiler variants versions where in full polybag that apparently have big spoilers there. I didn't get that one because I didn't want to spoil entirely what's going on there. But go and check it out, and we will see what is going on there, guys, for the next issue. I'm going to keep up to date. I'm going to try and possibly do like voiceovers for these and get some of my friends to voice them, but we'll see how that goes, guys. Have a good one, and may the power protect you always. Till next time, see you guys.